Good day, everyone. My name is David and I'm representing New Jersey ACAC today. A few things before I go ahead and let the presenters take over. Just want to talk about some things that will be happening in the background. So all of the presentations will be recorded. If you want to take a look at any of the presentations that are happening over the next week, you can go to njacac.org/virtual fairs. There are also more sessions coming up. We are encouraging you to go ahead and check those out and sign up for any of them that you want to, also on that same njacac.org website. Today, your camera and your microphones will be off. You're muted and your video is off, and the panelists can't hear or see you. If you have any questions whatsoever for any of the panelists, we're asking that you put them in the Q&A. The chat feature is turned off today. So if you have any questions, please put them in the Q&A, and I'm going to stop sharing and turn over to the panelists and they can run this.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for being with us this evening. My name is Tasha Baklosky, and I'm the Senior Director of Programs and Communications for Colleges of the Fenway. We're very excited to have you with us tonight, and hopefully you'll learn a little bit more about our five distinct and unique institutions. So just to give a little bit of background, Colleges of the Fenway is actually a college consortium. And so what that means is it's a group of colleges that are closely located that work together. So we are located in the city of Boston, and you will hear from those five institutions that you see on your screen, each very unique in their identity and their offerings and their student body. What makes us completely unique, really in the entire world, is that we are one of the closest co-located consortia, located both in the US and worldwide. So all five of our institutions are located with less than a square mile of each other. So when we say we're neighbors and we really are a community, we're not lying. It really gives us the ability to do a lot of collaboration, to live together, to do activities and programs together, to take classes together. So you really do get a sense of your own campus community while being amongst a larger university setting. So if you're looking for that vibe or that feeling, Colleges of the Fenway is one of our institutions will be perfect for you. We are comprised of about 21,000 undergraduate and graduate students. Of that, about 13,000 are our undergraduate students. So again, you can see that we're a little bit of a larger institution because of the consortium. We have over 3,000 faculty and staff members, and I'll tell you in the next slide a little bit about our cross-registration program, the ability to take classes at one of the other campuses. So at some point in your collegiate career, you will probably interact with another faculty or staff member at one of the other college campuses. We are part of the Longwood Medical Area, which is really world-class hospitals are located just in our backyard. Even in this picture right behind us are some of the world-class hospitals. We have museums and landmarks. About 40,000 employees come to the Longwood Medical Area every day. So we're really a bustling community in a Boston urban area, in a very unique part of Boston, the Fenway area. Most people sometimes equate us with Fenway Park. So if you're a baseball lover out there, we are just steps from Fenway Park. Many of our institutions, you can hear the game just outside their campus walls. There's lots of ways that we see students engage throughout the Colleges of the Fenway, but I thought I'd talk about kind of four big areas. So one of them is cross-registration, which is that ability to take classes at one of the other campuses. And so we ask that you wait until after your first semester at your own home campus, and then you can take up to 2 classes at one of the other Colleges of the Fenway institutions. We have hundreds of students that take advantage of this every year, and it's just like taking a class on your own campus. So we often get this question, do we have to pay the tuition of the other school? Nope, it's just like paying the tuition on your own home campus. You take the class, you interact with new faculty, the students in that classroom, and then that class comes back and shows up on your transcript. Some students use it to complete minors, to explore some academic opportunity that may not be offered at their home campus, or just to stay on track in the curriculum. So those classes are also offered in the summer. So if you're looking to really stay on track for a 4-year program or a 5-year program, cross-registration often offers you that opportunity to stay on track. The second area that we see a tremendous amount of student engagement is our intramurals, recreation, and esports program. about 3,300 students across the colleges of the Fenway are competing, playing, doing recreational activities together. So if you're an athlete or you like to stay active, we have a very competitive intramurals program. You'll see some of those photos or some of the activities that we offer, very traditional things like basketball, volleyball, soccer. But then on the recreational side, if you love to run, we do 5Ks. If you've never been to the New England area, there are beautiful ski resorts just 2 and 3 hours north of us. So there's really opportunities for us to engage really in the natural environment. So really check out our recreational opportunities. And finally, about a year ago, if you're not interested in intramurals or recreation, but really love gaming, we did launch an esports program. So you have the ability to compete against students from other campuses in 5 to 6 week leagues. We do one-day tournaments, and we also partner with a lot of city of Boston activities, events. There's a huge PAX East conference that's held every year in Boston that we participate in. So lots of opportunities there as well. Our performing arts program is the second place we see some of the highest student participation. So if you're interested in any of these ensembles, you could check out performing arts. We offer COF dance, theater, chorus, jazz band, and orchestra. And in any of those ensembles, we welcome all ability levels. So whether you've been playing an instrument since you were young or just want to check out a hip hop class for the first time ever, through the performing arts program, you're able to take advantage of that. We also have some virtual opportunities that we will continue to offer in the future. We host dance lounges, sort of informal hangouts. We host dance conferences, and all of our ensembles will end with a huge performance. So hundreds of family and friends coming out to see you perform in one of your ensembles. And finally, we have events and programs. So there are probably 900 events every year that you can be involved in across the campuses. So there's tons for you to do at your own home campus. But if you want to check out a comedy show, a trip, something that another campus has going on, you're able to do that through the program. One of our largest events that we host every year is our block party. So every September, as a new incoming student, you'll have the ability to go to one of our campuses. About 1,200 students come out. There's music, there's giveaways, and all of our student organizations are out there. So it's a really nice way to figure out how you're going to be involved when you come to campus. And again, you can be involved in an organization at one of the other institutions. So those are really some of the ways that the consortium is really unique. So now I'm going to turn it over to Caitlin, who's going to tell you a little bit more about Emmanuel College.
Thank you, Tasha. Hello, everybody. My name is Caitlin April. I'm the Senior Associate Director of Admissions at Emmanuel College. Now, one of the things that I love about the colleges of the Fenway is, as Tasha mentioned, all of our institutions really have a unique identity. For us at Emmanuel, we are the only Catholic school within the consortium. Emmanuel College was founded by the Sisters of Notre Dame de Namur in 1919. So this past year was truly a momentous time for us as we celebrated our centennial. Now, a lot has changed over the years, where our students are coming from, the types of programs and majors that we offer, even the physical layout of our campus. But one thing that has remained the same is our dedication to our mission. Within the mission of the college, we ensure that our students' education is rooted within the liberal arts and sciences, community service, and social justice. Our student population of 1,800 undergraduates hails from more than 35 different states and 42 different countries. Now Emmanuel begins its second century with a consistent dedication to providing a personal academic experience to our diverse student body and a renewed focus on innovation and experiential learning. Next slide, please. Thank you. Our 5 distinct academic schools allow for students to take courses across disciplines and complement their studies. For example, we may have a marketing and business major who would like to take psychology courses so that they can better understand consumer behavior and how creative marketing campaigns can affect and boost their revenue. We also have biology or science majors that will take painting and drawing courses so that they can learn how to draw and better depict cell structures. At Emmanuel, we have over 70 different areas of study for our students to choose from. And in our classrooms, the liberal arts and sciences intersects with professional preparation. The core of Emmanuel's academic philosophy is designed for our students to explore their passions, challenge themselves to look at complex world issues, and obtain both the hard and soft skills that employers are looking for. Our faculty look forward to being partners inside and out of the classroom as you continue your academic journey. And our 13-to-1 student to faculty ratio ensures that you aren't just a number, but a name that will be remembered throughout your 4 years and beyond. And with an ever-changing job market that demands new and adaptive skill sets, we've recently launched some exciting programs that include criminology and criminal justice, data analytics, global public health, finance, and a 4+1 bachelor's, master's in accounting. Next slide, please. So every Emmanuel education is also enhanced through a variety of experiential learning opportunities. And part of our liberal arts and sciences curriculum is professional preparation. And this is not only important for entering a career field, but also if you're thinking of pursuing graduate study as well. Here, 100% of our students complete an internship, as it is a required part of the Emmanuel curriculum. Nearly half of our students complete more than one internship by the time that they graduate. Add that to research fellowships, student teaching, other practicums, and those numbers skyrocket. And the numbers are important because results matter. As you can see, there's just a partial list of where some of our graduates have ended up after graduating, and 96% of our graduates who are seeking employment were employed within a year. Our graduates and alumni are represented across the country and across the world. Now, really quickly, just some application tips. We are free to apply on the Common Application, and all of the information about that is available on our website. I do want to note that although Emmanuel has been test optional for a while, we typically do require test scores for our nursing program. With that being said, a change for this year is that we will not be requiring test scores for the nursing cohort of students looking to apply for fall 2021. So thank you for listening to me. I hope to see you all either virtually on campus. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Caitlin. I now invite Lauren to tell us a little bit about College of Art and Design.
Hi, everybody. I'm Lauren Will-Susan, and I am the Dean of Admissions and Enrollment at Massachusetts College of Art and Design, also known as MassArt. As our name would suggest, we are a specialty institution focusing on art and design. We were the first freestanding public school of art and design in the United States and the very first art school in the US. Next slide, please. Our campus is located on Huntington Avenue, which is Boston's Avenue of the Arts. Our campus is comprised of one city block. It is 1 million square feet of academic, working, and living space. That includes 3 residence halls, in addition to our newest addition, which is MAM, the MassArt Art Museum, which opened in February of 2020. And I do apologize, I'm having some technical difficulties, so if you're having trouble hearing me, my apologies for that. Something that is not listed on this slide, but is important to point out, is our student to faculty ratio, which is 10-to-1. This is important because you'll have lots of opportunities to meet with your faculty and get to know them, have a lot of access to them. It's incredibly important at any institution, and specifically at Art and Design, because all of our faculty are artists, designers, scholars, historians themselves. And so they are a real connection to the arts community in Boston and beyond, and a great resource for our students in general. Next slide, please. So as a specialty institution, we offer a specialty degree, and that is a Bachelor of Fine Arts, also known as a BFA. In a BFA program, students take 2/3 of their coursework in art making and 1/3 in the liberal arts and history of art. Our program is foundation-based, which means that you are coming into our program as the first-time college student. You're coming in and taking core coursework for that first year. And for us, that includes drawing classes, classes in 2-dimensional design and 3-dimensional design, time-based media, as well as writing classes and history of art classes. Once you've completed the foundation program, you can choose one of 18 different majors. And the beauty of foundation is that you're building skills that you can apply to any of our programs. So regardless of what your previous experience has or has not been, you can choose any major you like. And we have majors ranging from the fine arts to design, to art education, to art history. Our newest program is our 4+1 Art Ed program. For those of you interested in teaching in the K through 12 setting, you can earn both a bachelor's and a master's degree within 5 years. And that is a program that's available to students who are either majoring in the undergraduate program in Art Ed or in one of the other 17 majors you see listed. And lastly, you of course have learned about our connection with Colleges of the Fenway. I also want to mention that we're part of a second consortium in Boston called ProArts, and this is a group of visual and performing arts colleges. So in addition to COF, we also offer cross-registration through ProArts, so you can take courses at places like the Boston Conservatory, Berklee School of Music, Emerson College, and we also have a special relationship with MIT and Cambridge that also allows cross-registration for Mass Art students. I look forward to answering your questions at the end of the presentation, and thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thanks so much, Lauren. I now invite Tom to talk more about MCPHS University.
All right, thank you so much. Hi, everybody. Have a good evening, everybody. My name is Thomas Egan, and I am the Assistant Director of Admissions here at Massachusetts College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences, Boston. So I know that's a mouthful. The easiest way is just to call it MCPHS. So a little bit about MCPHS. We are actually the oldest college in Boston. So you may be thinking, what about that big school that starts with an H? They're actually in Cambridge, so we win. We were founded in, we're going to be on our 200th birthday coming up next year, so that's very exciting. So MCPHS Boston has about 4,100 total students and about 3,500 undergraduate students there. So if you're looking for a smaller environment, the colleges of the Fenway, any of them are great, but MCPHS for the sciences and medical healthcare, this will be the spot for you. So I mentioned medical and healthcare is because MCPHS is focused solely on the sciences and healthcare. So that means anything ranging from pre-med to dental to healthcare business, biology, chemistry, anything in that realm. We have about 110 programs that are available to you for you to learn. Next slide, please. So a little bit about what to do at MCPHS. So as I said, we are a school devoted to the sciences, the health sciences, and all things medical. The reason we do that is because we have gradually combined and added more majors over the last 20 years. So instead of just being pharmacy is what we first started out, we now have a ton of other different programs here to offer. So the beauty of MCPHS, I mentioned the small class sizes, as you see here, 13:1, is if you're looking for one-on-one attention and to receive support from your faculty, and for them to actually have you on a first name basis, well, they'll be able to reach out and you can speak directly with them to learn in a warmer environment. We're not a type of place that's going to have you, you know, the midterm is on one date, the final is on another date. Good luck. I hope you do well. We want all of our students to succeed. So luckily the campus in our small community, we have students from about 50 plus states, well, all 50 states, excuse me, in 100 plus countries. And so you've heard all about the Longwood area. We are right on Longwood Avenue, but that benefits us because it's actually one of the best medical areas, not only in the United States, in the world. And we have clinical affiliations with over 30 Boston hospitals. Some of them are on our own street 4 blocks away, including Boston's Children's Hospital, Brigham and Women's, Beth Israel, and then on the other option that aren't clinically focused, Dana-Farber Cancer Research and Merck Pharmaceuticals. So anything that you're looking to get involved in, we place students in all of those different industries, and we're really proud to say that we will be able to put you in somewhere where you'll end up working. So it's a nice thing to know that when you come to MCPHS, one of the reasons is 1, you'll study something that you love and care about, but 2, you will actually be able to find a job in the healthcare and medical industry within about 12 months of graduation if you start looking for jobs right away. So next slide, please. So here is a summary of some of our programs. And now I know this is a lot of information, and the programs do differ from the amount of time they take. Some of our accelerated programs are 3 years. Some of our dual degree, where you get a doctorate and a bachelor's degree, are upwards of 6 years. The one thing that I always want to stress is you do have to apply to a certain program at MCPHS. But first thing, we do not have a GPA requirement. So whatever you have, if you're interested in the medical or sciences, please do apply. The second thing is, in your first 2 years at the school, if you apply to go to a nursing program and you realize this nursing program is not for me, it's not what I thought it was, I want to do something else in medicine, you are allowed to switch majors within your first 2 years. So I always stress that because I know things change. A lot of things happen as people go to school, in college, you grow up, you figure out different things about yourself. And a year from now, 2 years from now, you may be totally interested in something else. And you have the ability to switch majors at MCPHS easily. So don't think because you came to the school as a pharmacy major that you have to go for all 6 years. You can switch into something that grows with you. And you will be able to interact with your professors and your school advisors to figure out the best path forward for you. So a couple final things before I wrap up. Our application process, we do not require any tests. So we are totally test optional. So whatever you have, again, we just look at GPA and everything that's required by the Common App. Speaking of the Common App, we do not have a fee. So it is totally free on our end for you to apply. And the documents that you need to apply are your high school transcript and at least one letter of recommendation. So that's all we require here. And again, as was mentioned by some of my other colleagues previously, I would be happy to chat with anybody at the end if you have any questions. But it's been great chatting with you all, and have a great evening.
Thanks so much, Thomas. Appreciate your time. And now I invite Shalana to tell us a little bit more about Simmons University.
Hi everyone, my name is Shalana Smart, or Shay, and I use she, her pronouns, and I'm really happy to be here with you all. So a little bit about Simmons University. We are a small liberal arts, women-centered institution right in the city of Boston in this great location in the Fenway area. And before I go into what Simmons is, I love the selling point that Target is right up the street. Fenway Park is great, but I think Target is even better, so we have both. But Simmons is a small women-centered institution, and what women-centered means is that we were founded as a women's college, but we are also inclusive to trans and non-binary students. And I think overall inclusion is something that's really important to us, and something that we try to live out in our mission every single day. And we're an institution that prioritizes the coupling of liberal arts education with professional preparation, so all of our students receive hands-on experiences all throughout their college experience. Next slide. So we do have over 60 majors and minors, and just programs overall. We're most popularly known for our health sciences, so things like nursing and physical therapy, but we have a host of majors and minors. And the thing that I love about Simmons is that all programs are pre-professional in the way that you might think of pre-law or pre-med. So it doesn't matter if you're a women and gender study major, a business major, a communications major, you get the same advising and hands-on experiences that any other student would get in a pre-professional program. And we have a host of different organizations that you can join. And the thing that I love about being a member of the Colleges of the Fenway is that our students really do interact. Fun fact, the Wentworth women's rugby team is actually a majority Simmons students. So that's a prime example of how much we interact with one another. Next slide, please. And then, like I mentioned, we are a women-centered institution, and that is the thing that makes us unique within the Colleges of the Fenway. And it's something that I really love about Simmons. Fun fact, if you attend a women-centered institution, statistically you're more likely to kind of follow through on the things that you set out, specifically in STEM, but in all things. The majority of the women in Congress actually are women's college alums, which is another fun fact. And I think overall, the thing that makes Simmons the most special is our community. We're really an environment that uplifts and empowers student voice, and to make sure that everyone feels confident to really go and chase their dreams or follow through with their passions. So if you have any questions at the end or anything you want to chat about, I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Shalana. And finally, we'll ask Rob to tell us more about Wentworth Institute of Technology.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. My name is Rob Slaney, and I'm an admissions counselor at Wentworth Institute of Technology. I'm so happy to be a part of tonight's panel and would be happy to answer any questions about the school should we have time at the end. Just to give a little background about Wentworth, Wentworth was originally founded in 1904 as a technical school with the purpose of furnishing education in the mechanical arts, but has since grown to be a full-fledged university. We're located right in the heart of Boston with our wonderful neighbors, but at Wentworth, we provide an authentic, real-world platform for our students to learn and apply their passions. Combined with our hands-on project-based curriculum and our renowned co-op program, you spend your days putting your ideas into action, forming relationships, networking, that will benefit you for not only your career, but for your entire lifetime. Next slide, please. So today, Wentworth has grown into a nationally ranked university that specializes in 19 majors, which are all listed on the slide, from 5 separate schools. Our majors are divided into 5 colleges. We have a School of Architecture and Design, a School of Engineering, a School of Computer Science and Analytics, a School of Arts and Sciences, and a School of Management. And one thing that you do have to keep in mind when applying to Wentworth is that you do need to apply to a specific major, as it is an integral part of our co-op program, which I'll be able to discuss a little bit further down in our presentation. Another thing I wanted to highlight here on this slide, our architecture major is an optional 4+1 program, which means that after completing your 4-year bachelor's, Wentworth students can follow that up with a 1-year master's program, which means that you'll have your master's in 5 years. And for the architecture field, that master's degree would be a professional degree that would help lead you with licensing and licensures and things like that. Next slide, please. But the one thing that I really want to emphasize about Wentworth is our co-op program, which is built in and is a requirement of our curriculum. We've created a center of learning that connects you to the professional world on day 1 and throughout your entire time at Wentworth by having you declare your major on day 1. On day 1, you're in with other students in your major in your year, getting started on what exactly you came to school for. But when it comes to your junior year, every student is required to complete 2 semesters of a co-op. Our co-op program is one of the most comprehensive co-op education programs in the country. And our students are required to do 2 semesters of a co-op. They can do up to 3, but 2 are required. And in case you're not familiar with what a co-op is similar to an internship, except it is a full-time position. And at Wentworth, you're required to be paid in this co-op position. Almost all majors complete these in their junior and their senior year, but if you're an architecture major, you'll likely do them in your sophomore and your junior year. An important thing to note is that these co-ops can be done anywhere in the world, really. A lot of our students do choose to stay right in Boston, while some like to go back to their home states or choose to explore another part of the country or even another part of the world. Really, the requirements are that it's relevant to what you're going to school for and that it's paying. And we have a whole dedicated team of co-op advisors who walk our students through the process and connect them to resources like resume review, on-campus interviews, and co-op fairs. And on the slide, you can see a small sampling of where our students end up and how their co-op semester set them up to do so well after graduation. Our graduates leave with the confidence to lead successful, fulfilling careers because they're graduating with almost 1 year, full year of professional experience with a 4-year degree within a 4-year time window. So as a result, 97% of our students are either in school or in graduate school or fully employed within 6 months of graduation with a median salary of around $64,000. And then 5 years down the line, those same students are making around $85,000 a year. So really the way the program is designed so that not only are students finding the confidence in the classroom, in the labs, working in groups with other students in their majors to build their skills, introduce them to be out in the field within 3 years, ultimately set them up with a job that's lucrative, but 5 years down the line, if you're making $20,000 more, it just goes to show that our students are finding the right jobs. They're finding the right jobs for them. They're getting promoted, and they're truly growing their careers. So as you can see, Wentworth is a hands-on, action-oriented university packed with hands-on, action-oriented people, and we can't wait for you to be able to join us.
Great. Thanks so much, Rob, and thank you to everyone. We do have just a final slide of our contact information. So if you do need to reach out to us, you have any follow-up that you'd like to do, I included both the colleges, the Fenway website on there, which does include direct links to all of the institutions, but all the institutions' individual websites there as well. So please feel free to reach out to us. If you're watching, if you weren't able to attend tonight and you're watching this recording after the live event, you can go ahead and screenshot, reach out at any given time to us, and we're happy to answer further questions that you may have. So with that, I'm going to stop the share, and I'm going to ask the panelists to turn on our camera. If folks have any questions, we will hang out for a few minutes. We did wrap up a little early.
Okay, Tasha, I don't feel like there's anything else there. So as we log off today, I just want to give some closing things. Please do your quick survey at the end of this. When you log off, you'll see that survey pop up. And please sign up for more sessions at njacac.org/virtual fair. And all of the sessions are being recorded, as I mentioned before. So thank you everyone for joining us. And on behalf of NJACAC, have a wonderful day.